Hey guys, I would finally like to welcome you back to Johnny Reads. My last video was about a month ago and I didn't mean to take that much time off between videos, but I haven't read another book from the Amazon list and I got sick, and so I didn't want to make a video when I was coughing and just disgusting. So I didn't make one a couple weeks ago when I wanted to, but now I'm here today with a tag, and I'm still super new to the BookTube community, so I'm not really sure. I don't really know anything about the tags going around or where this one even started or any of it, but I figured I might as well do it since somebody tagged me. And this one is called the If You Could tag, and so I'm just going to get into it because so you can see my answers to these questions. Number one is, if you could change any book cover, which would it be? Well, I don't really pay attention to book covers at all. Like the whole judge a book by its cover thing, I don't do that. I don't care what book covers look like. But I went on myself and I just picked one, and I picked Good People by Marcus Saki. And really, there's no reasoning behind it. I guess the color. That's about it. Question number 2 is, if you could bring any character into our world, who would it be? It would be Harry Bosch, and the first one of his series is The Black Echo by Michael Connelly. He's an LAPD detective, and his philosophy and his mindset and just everything that he does, he would be the perfect guy to be working in the current law enforcement environment that we have today. And question number 3 is, if you could go into any book, which book would it be? So I picked The Fall of Reach, that is in the Halo series. And the reasoning is, I would love to fight alongside the Master Chief. Enough said. Question number 4 is, if you could have any animal from a book, which would it be? I chose Hedwig from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, I guess the Harry Potter series, because Hedwig is just, I mean, does it get any better than that as an animal? I don't think so. Oops, dropping books on the floor over here. Question number 5 is, if you could kill any character from any book, who would you kill? Same series, Draco Malfoy. I wrote a blog post about this in my blog like a year and a half ago about the characters that I wish would die, and Draco was the first one. And the funny thing is that when I wrote that, some of the commenters were sympathizing with him, that he's human and yet, and it's just, no, Draco, die now. Question number 6. If you could bring any character back to life, who would it be? I initially had come up with Rue from The Hunger Games, which is my favorite series, but I ultimately decided upon Carlos Santiago from Gears of War Asphalt Fields. This was the first in the series, and they're all right there. You can see them, I think. Maybe this should be. And my reasoning is that when he died, it just hits you. And when you're a fan of the books like I am and the games like I am, it would have been such a great experience to have him, Dom, and Marcus fight alongside each other throughout the series. And so I chose Carlos Santiago. Question number 7. If you could have any author write you as a character, who would it be? This one was a little bit difficult because I was trying to pick between a few authors who are kind of similar, or pretty similar actually. But I ended up choosing Robert B. Parker, and first in his Jesse Stone series is Night Passage. Robert B. Parker he died a couple years ago, unfortunately, detective stories, and I feel like if I was going to be a character in any book, I'd be a detective, and I wouldn't want anybody else to write me. Question number 8 is, if you could be any magical creature from any book, what would you be? I only had a couple books to pick from because most of what I read is crime fiction and some other stuff. Not really anything magical, I guess. But I ended up choosing Dobby from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, which is, I guess, his first appearance. Because, okay, I guess Hedwig is pretty cool, but Dobby's right there. I don't know. He's just so. I don't know, man. I think I cried at which movie was it? The 7th when he died. I don't know. I can't think of it right now. He's the man, or the little house up. I don't know. I don't even remember what he's called. This probably makes me feel like I haven't even read the series, which I haven't. Number 9 is, if you could change any ending of any book, which would you change? It was The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. If you haven't read this book, you really need to. I'm sure you know a little bit about the story, but she wouldn't die. You know, she wouldn't be betrayed and captured. Yeah, that's all. I don't know. Oh, this book. The last question, hopefully on a different note, is if you could switch places with the character, who would you switch places with? The book, it's Peeta from the Hunger Games, but it's really Peeta from Prime Mockingjay. But unfortunately, I read Mockingjay on my Kindle, and I don't have it, and it's my favorite series, and I should have it, and yeah, I know. But yeah, Peeta, because Katniss, and she's like, I don't think most of you realize how obsessed I am, or maybe you do, because if you're coming from WordPress, you know that she's like my favorite character ever. So yeah, it'd be Peeta. And that is all the questions I have for you today. So, unfortunately, I don't know any other booktubers to tag, except for one, and she hasn't made a video in months. But I'll go ahead and tag her anyway, and that is all I have for you today. Next, hopefully I will have a new video up next week, and the week after that, so I can get back on track and start talking about some more books that I've been reading. So, until next time.